Hey everybody. I just wanted to come on here and share with you what messages I've been getting and receiving. I've talked to some people about these messages that I've been receiving, and a lot of people are skeptical. Then you have some people who are in fear, and I understand that. You know, we all probably have heard the stories of certain things happening, and when is the world going to end? When are we going to start seeing when the sun comes back to basically save us? Because a lot of people consider this to be hell. I look at it differently. I think that this is a learning experience. Life is a learning experience, and there are certain lessons that we learn and we have to follow, and we have to reach certain goals. And once our job is done, then our spirits will transcend. But I won't stay on here too long. I just want to give you a message that I received. So I'm going to read verbatim what it is here that I typed up. So it says, Yah is shifting and changing what once was important to human beings. He is doing this by any means necessary. The manipulation and murderous tactics that were used to take from others, such as the Aboriginal Indians and other cultural ethnic groups. We were all victims of these things in some type of way. All of our ancestors have experienced these things. Doesn't matter what your nationality really is. My diffuser keeps cutting off and I don't know why. So, one second, let me continue here. We will have to grow our foods. We will have to make clothing, work from home. Education will be obtained online, and the high demands of education will be less critiqued, cheaper, and etc. Physical cash money will no longer be accepted. Cryptocurrency and credit will only be accepted. This world we know today is not how Yah, our Creator, created it to be. He is making these changes by any means necessary. If that means taking someone innocent and transcending their spirit for the greater good of what He meant this world to be, then He will do so. He created you, He can change the rules too. You will have to have church at home, invest in yourselves, do good deeds to others, pray and ask your ancestors for protection and guidance. That's what they died for. Be honest with your kids and stop hiding stuff. You think you're protecting them, you're actually crippling them. It makes them ill prepared. Places like McDonald's will no longer be because foods create cancer. Either those restaurants will strictly be plant-based or non-existent due to us growing our own and cooking our own foods. Places such as Red Cross will have to be forced to be honest with you about animal products being the cause of cancer, and the fact that the plant-based foods are the cure, not pills, unless they're plant-based. That means that the cause of diabetes and the cause of sugar diabetes and the causes of other diseases such as dementia is actually mad cow disease, which that's what dementia is, and that these meats do cause diabetes as well. Let's see here. There's some more information that I want to share that I did receive. Now, I know that people have heard the rumblings about the 5G towers. And I am a firm believer that the 5G towers are what's causing this virus to circulate. Do I think that it's the end of the world? No, but it is the end of something, and there's a new beginning that is about to emerge. And what we used to know will be obsolete. When I spoke on what I just read about us making our own clothing and foods and things like that, that's what we're going to have to do for a little while until we get back to, you know, how we're normally used to things working for us. But there's going to be a big change in that as well. People who consider themselves powerful are no longer going to be powerful. You can leave some comments down at the bottom, but I'm sure you've heard about people such as Bill Gates stepping down and things like that. It's a lot of that going on right now. Because a lot of them have, you know, something to do with this virus. I do believe that, like I said, the 5G towers are what's causing this. I know a lot of people are like, well, why is it giving us the flu-like symptoms? You know, I don't believe that. If you look up radioactive viruses, I just simply typed in, are radioactive viruses contagious? And they absolutely are. They absolutely are. 5G towers contain radiation. So it's making us ill, people. And what I see happening really soon, I have posted before anybody found it, but I posted, you know, what Spirit was telling me, which was that we're going to have to get chips put in our arms. And I know people have heard this for years, for the past at least 5 or 6 years, about these chips that are going to have to go in our arms. Well, they're going to make us get these chips. And that's what the martial law is for. That's why we have to be in our homes right now, because they can't keep track of where everybody is at. So they have to make sure that you're in your home. As long as you're in your home, they can come and pick you up and or force you to go get chipped. And the chips are supposed to keep us from being ill from these 5G towers, because they're not going to let the towers go. They put too much money into that, and it's going to bring them money. So they're not going to let that go. So the best thing to do is to put a chip in us, because they can track our movements, they can spy on us, they can, it'll hold your public information, such as your arrest record, things like that. They'll tell us things like, oh, it's going to help us with the sex trafficking and pedophilia and all of that. Yeah, in some way, but they don't care about that, really. That's not really what their main concern is, and we'll see that. But it's time for spiritual healers to stand up and, you know, help our people through this time, because a lot of people who are not thinking from a spiritual plane, they're not ready. This is scary for them, and even to speak from a spiritual point of view, a lot of them are even afraid to have those conversations. So I'm hoping that you all take this moment when you're at home to meditate, to keep yourselves hydrated, to pray for everybody, pray for those to be able to, you know, balance through what's going on right now. I will be sharing a lot more soon. Yeah, it's thundering out there, storming out there. So yeah, we'll be sharing more soon. But yeah, I was talking about those chips a while back, probably like a week before it started surfacing about those chips. And people are starting to see it, and a lot of people have contacted me and said, hey, you know, you spoke this up. You said it was coming. So everybody just be ready and protect each other. Take this moment to love on your children. Take this moment to focus on your marriages, focus on the bond, because you're going to need each other. I also hope that everybody is protecting themselves with everything they can, because from what I'm hearing, they are in some states, they're saying, you know, the following things we won't even be coming out to see about, such as theft and vandalism and all of that. I don't know what's going on with this thing here, but it's supposed to be cleaning my air and everything like that, so I have to keep that thing going. So I don't know, but just make sure you guys are able to protect yourselves, because home invasions are a big thing when there's these type of pandemonium events going on. So protect yourselves, and I will be praying for everyone out there. And if anybody has any questions, just go ahead and comment at the bottom. Let's keep it respectful. You know, we all don't have to believe in the same thing. We all don't have to agree. Let's just agree to disagree. You have your belief, and I have mine, and so on and so forth. Let's just be respectful of one another, and we're good, you know. But we don't have to insult each other to get a point across. Okay? So again, I'm wishing you all the best, and blessings.